everyone, I'm Jackie Moda, the Communications Coordinator with the Oak Park Regional Housing Center. And with me today, we have our Executive Director, Athena Williams. Athena, how are you doing today?
I'm great, Jackie. How are you?
I'm doing great. So tell me a bit about the Oak Park Regional Housing Center.
So the Oak Park Regional Housing Center is a 50-year-old agency that was created, of course, for the Oak Park community that focuses on helping people expand their housing choices in addition to making sure that people are stably housed. And Oak Park Regional Housing Center is also a HUD-approved agency.
So tell me a little bit about what it means to be a HUD-approved agency.
So a HUD-approved agency, which HUD stands for the Housing and Urban Development Department, which is a federally run government program, was created also 50 years ago to help people understand that there are fair housing laws. Also, it was created to make sure and ensure community equitable housing development. And so Oak Park Regional Housing Center is a HUD-approved agency that enforces fair housing and supports outreach and education around fair housing laws for housing expansion, for homeownership and other housing issues and needs.
And you mentioned homeownership, and how specifically does the Oak Park Regional Housing Center focus on this?
So approximately 16 years ago, the Oak Park Regional Housing Center created the program we're here to discuss today, the West Cook Homeownership Program. And through the West Cook Homeownership Program, we provide 3 different pillars or areas of focus: financial empowerment, homeownership, and homeownership sustainability.
So financial empowerment, how do they assist people in finding that financial stability and empowering them to make, a better financial future for themselves?
So through the financial empowerment initiative of the West Cook Homeownership Center, we teach people about the importance of their credit score as it relates to their credit report. So with our HUD-approved counselors, we actually meet with individuals one-on-one. We go through their credit score report with them. We also provide financial education classes once a month on a Saturday for 3 hours that really hones in on budgets and goal setting. So these are all free services that we teach people so that they can understand the importance of their credit. Not only is credit used for home ownership, but it's also used for people to help them find jobs. When people go apply for a job, what does the employer do? The employer actually runs people credit. When people go get insurance for their car, insurance for their home, what do these companies do? They run people's credit. So we teach the importance of a very good credit score. We teach people how to achieve really good credit scores.
So who can benefit from this very helpful resource?
Anybody can, anyone who needs to understand about their credit, but primarily people who are seeking home ownership, which is the basis of the work that we do, is to create homeowners through our Prepurchase Homeownership Program.
Speak a little bit more about the Prepurchase Program.
So the Prepurchase Program, we literally teach people how to become homeowners. We introduce them to anywhere from 5 to 8 of the industry professionals through our 8-hour homebuyer education class, which is held the second Saturday each month. And in that class, they meet with the individual industry professionals who talk to them about how to work with them to achieve home ownership. In addition to meeting with those professionals during that class, the potential home buyers also meet with our counselors who work with them one-on-one for as long as it takes. And believe me, it can take anywhere from 2 weeks to 2 years to become ready to purchase your home. But they meet with the clients, our counselors meet with the clients to help them through the process so that they are better consumers when it comes to a home ownership purchase.
That's great. So many people desire to be a homeowner, and it's difficult taking that first step, or difficult knowing how to really go about that and see themselves succeed in that. So who's eligible for this?
Anyone is eligible, and what they can do, they can call our office at 773-887-5187, and they can ask to speak to a counselor, or even our intake coordinators. Anyone can speak to someone and let them know when they can come in for an appointment, or as well as when they can take the next class. In addition to calling our office, they can walk in, because we do take walk-in appointments. They can walk in at 5934 West Lake Street, 60644. That's in Chicago, on the corner of Lake and Austin, where they can find our office.
That's great. And for people who have already achieved homeownership, is there any way that they can be assisted at the West Cook Homeownership Center?
Yes, because oftentimes people tend to have situations where they may need assistance to keep their homes. People often may need assistance as to what's called a loan modification to prevent foreclosure. So people might also need assistance, which is called post-home ownership assistance, where they might need to find out, like, where can they meet a handyman to help them with situations in their home. And we provide those services as well.
That's great. So for somebody who has already achieved homeownership and maybe are struggling now, what is something that, the West Cook Homeownership Center can provide for them?
I'm so glad you asked. Right now we have many resources that we offer, but currently we are partners with the Illinois Housing Development Authority to provide assistance with what's called the HAF Fund. That's the Illinois Homeowner Assistance Fund. That's a fund where people can actually get up to $30,000 in emergency mortgage assistance. That $30,000 could actually fund delayed or arrear payments for the mortgage, or it could also fund property taxes if your mortgage is already paid off. So there's plenty of help out there. And again, that's one of the things that the West Cook Homeownership Center offers, are resources. And again, you can call our office at 773-887-5187, and someone could actually help you with the different resources that we offer.
That's great. And as I understand it, actually, the Homeownership Assistance Fund can even help with other housing costs for homeowners, whether they live in a mobile home or a townhome or a condominium. So be sure to check out their website if you believe that you need some assistance in this area, and see if you're eligible. So what other areas can the West Cook Homeownership Center assist people right now?
So again, we offer many resources. We're also a partner with the Cook County Legal Aid for Housing and Debt Program, where if residents of Cook County need any type of assistance for any type of legal assistance, so let me emphasize, any type of legal assistance for any housing problems that exist, where there is eviction issues, where there's home ownership issues, regardless of income or any language barriers. This is a direct connection to real legal information from existing legal partners that can help people with any of these problems.
And that is the Cook County Legal Aid for Housing and Debt Issues, as I
Yes.
understand it.
Yes.
That's great. So can people reach out to the West Cook Homeownership Center if they want more information about
Yes,
this?
again, they can call us at 773-887-5187, or they can visit our website, the westcookhomeownershipcenter.org.
That's great. And so if somebody wants to come in and speak to a housing counselor, and maybe they aren't able to during the workday, is there any other opportunity for them to come in?
So they can always call and make an appointment. We do take appointments on Saturdays. We do see people after hours if needed. We also do virtual counsels and virtual phone call visits. So again, they can call the office and set up an appointment, or they can send an email. The email address is info@westcookhomeownershipcenter.org.
That's great. And so for people who would like to learn more from these housing counselors or about these specific programs, is there some sort of gathering, some sort of event?
So for our home ownership classes, we offer those classes every second Saturday, but I would like to share with you, Jackie, that as a reminder that we are doing this huge, magnificent event that's coming up on Saturday, April 30th. It's called the Austin Community Housing Services Summit. We're doing this in partnership with 37th Ward Alderman Emma Mitz as a way to bring awareness to the community about all the services that we offer, all the resources that are available to people on the Chicago West Side, as well as to help people learn how to become developers, help people learn how to build homes and help people learn how to rehab homes in the community.
So anyone is able to come out to this event?
Anyone is able to come out to this event because there will be huge resources there. We'll have the attorneys there that will be doing eviction ceilings with the Lawyers Committee for Better Housing. We'll have the Center for Disabilities and Elder Law, who will be talking to people about how to transfer their properties upon death. We'll have partners there who will be talking about the different vacant properties and the different boarded up properties and how to access those in order to revitalize the community. So there are many, many options there. So if people want more information, and I'm going to get our email correct this time, the email address is info@westcookhomeownership.org.
And is this event free for anybody who would like to attend?
Yes, this event is free.
Wonderful. And as I understand it, I think there's even there's so many amazing industry professionals who are going to be there and so many great resources, but there's actually even a tour of Chicago's West Side.
Yes, so we will also be doing trolley tours of the Austin community so that people can see the rich home ownership stock in the community, as well as to see the other projects that are coming up in the community. The Austin West Side community is really, really it's being revitalized. It's coming back. There's a lot of great things happening in Austin right now, and we just want people to come out to be a part of that, come out and see what's happening, come out, pick up a vacant property and build a property to help revitalize this community.
That's great. So anyone who has either a connection to Austin, who wants to form a connection with Austin, who wants to learn more about the beautiful community, they can certainly show up to this event and meet the people who are working within the community, including the West Cook Homeownership Center program's housing counselors. So that sounds wonderful.
Yeah, it's going to be a great event. It's going to be a huge event. We're looking to have a lot of people come out. The city of Chicago is supporting this event. As you know, the city of Chicago is doing great things on the south and west sides. So we look forward to this event as a jumping off point, a springboard for the revitalization that's going to be happening on the west side of Chicago in the next 2 to 4 years.
That's amazing. So now, is there anything else about the West Cook Homeownership Center program you'd like to share with us today?
Well, so we are also, we're hiring. We're looking for more people that might want to become HUD housing counselors. So they can, again, call the number 773-887-5187, or they can send their resume to info@westcookhomeownership.org. We are also doing a lot of different events this year. So in addition to the Housing Summit on April 30th, we're also going to do a careers in housing, because a lot of our industry professionals, they're seeking to hire more people of color to work in the housing industry profession. So we're going to be doing that in June to celebrate Juneteenth. So we'll have more information on that later. We might even do a show again with our partners that are going to be hosting or presenting that event with us.
That's great.
And then in addition to that, we're looking forward to our 50th anniversary celebration in October.
That's a very big milestone. That's very exciting. Well, all of these sound like very exciting prospects for the West Cook Homeownership Center. I'm so grateful that I get to be a part of it. It's so much fun, and there's so many incredible people and so many incredible people who come to us for assistance who we get to work with. So anything else related to home ownership or financial empowerment? I know there's so many great events and so many educational opportunities that if anyone wants to learn more about, they can call the office at 773-887-5187. Anything else you want to speak on?
Sure, yeah. So one of the things that I didn't touch on much is we do have a focus, a smaller focus, not really big, but we do have a focus on rental counseling, rental assistance, apartment referrals. So we're not a homeless housing agency, but we do try to help people find apartments in the Austin and Garfield Park community as much as we can. So if people come to us for any housing related issues, we try to find a resource and refer them out and support them as much as possible.
And that's what's so great about the Oak Park Regional Housing Center and the West Cook Homeownership Center. It really is a hub for people who are facing issues with housing or want to take the next step in their housing. They can reach out and either receive direct assistance or be directed somewhere where they can get the help they're seeking.
I like to call us the housing hub.
Yeah, I like that too. Well, thank you so much, Athena. This is really great. Again, if anybody needs any assistance from the West Cook Homeownership Center program, they're welcome to go ahead and call 773-887-5187 or email info@westcookhomeownership.org. And if you'd like to sign up or register for the amazing April 30th Austin Community Housing Services Summit event, they can go ahead and register online. Go ahead and reach out to us if you'd like that direct information. You can go ahead and register online and also sign up for the optional trolley tour of Chicago's beautiful West Side community. See some great areas. So thank you so much, Athena.
Thanks for having me. This was great.
This was great. Thank you.